NJPW World Television title. That's next week, right here on Honor. Did you forget to pay the bill again, Caprice?
See, I paid. This bout set for one fall is for the NJPW World TV Championship. Introducing the challenger, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels has held many championships in Ring of Honor. He's held the world television, the world six-man, and the world tag team titles.
He's championship.
Held gold in New Japan, Caprice. However, he has not held the title he's competing for here today. A rarity when you talk about the Hall of Fame career of Christopher Daniels.
But when I think about Christopher Daniels, the titles that he hasn't held are titles that had to be created. This title new, but it's been making a big mark everywhere it goes.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending NJPW World TV Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. returning to Ring of Honor competition, coming off the grueling G1 climax. And Zack picked up some big wins, defeated Alex Coughlin, defeated Toriano, but perhaps most impressively, defeated the ace Hiroshi Tanahashi just a couple of weeks ago. That was at Sapporo. So not only the title in hand, but he returns from Japan on short order, on short notice. Aubrey Edwards holds that beautiful title high. And it is time now for the NJPW World Television title. Caprice, we look for the Code of Honor. This is an ROH sanctioned bout, but this title has unique rules, including the 15-minute time limit in which the champion retains. It is very difficult to beat Zack Sabre Jr., yet alone beat him within 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost like a throwback of the WCW television title, and there with the rules there, and as long as the champion with great cardio can hold on to it, he can hold on to that championship for a very long time. We've seen great champions in the past use that time limit to hold on to championships like this.
The winner of this bout turns around and immediately will face the King of Ropes medley next week right here on Ring of Honor is Christopher Daniels. Former Ring of Honor World Champion, former Tag Team Champion. Those tag titles will be on the line. All in 0 hour coming up this Sunday. Fans around the world buzzing about it as Zack Sabre Jr. with a wrist lock into a hammer lock. A half Nelson goes back to the wrist lock here. High elevation into the hammer lock. Daniels looking to slow Sabre's movement down. Those hands are so quick. Side headlock takeover.
Referee,
As we see.
See how Daniels, his space, his poise, control, he's not rushing, he's taking his time. Neutralizing the champion, breaks right back down. That's right.
Great veteran move there.
Not rushing into anything, he's taking his time. Forcing Sabre to have to think. Forcing Sabre to have to think for his air, where his breath is coming from. Making him conserve his energy, able to reverse it.
Into the hammerlock here. Hook. And of course, one of the few individuals who've taken Sabre to that 15 minutes, Jeff Cobb. Cover here, one. He has been inside the head of Zack Sabre. He has thrown out the gauntlet as well to get into this mix as Sabre with a wrist lock here. Oh, and high trap.
For that wrist. It's gonna hurt the wrist right there. Impact straight to the wrist, gonna be hard to use that left hand for a long time, and Christopher Daniels knows that as he's trying to tuck it away. Even putting his body in the way of his. Sabre switches to the other side, now goes to the shoulder.
And a hallmark of Zack Sabre with that twist is that he is an athlete who believes that if he does not make you submit in 3 to 5 seconds, he will go to another submission. He telegraphs it. You know it's coming. It's hard to stop.
I'll tell you what, in less than 10 seconds, he hit the wrist, the shoulder, and the elbow.
And head down. Daniels able to swing through with a big neck breaker.
Yeah, you don't put your head down in front of the former champion.
And it's Daniels trying to shape some energy back into the arm, back into the wrist. Got to be feeling some pins and needles after that high impact. Goes for the cravat here.
Exactly, pins in that cravat, almost like the headlock. It cuts off the air on both sides. The blood flow on both sides. Chopping the back of the neck, waking you back up. Right back, oh my God!
And a beautiful twist of the neck, snapping the vertebrae. Beautiful. Ooh. Well, beautifully violent. As Daniels connects with a forearm. And Daniels again unloading on the neck. And that's an interesting strategy. You think about all the worldwide travel Sabres had. That neck, those are like a stack of dimes when you travel Caprice. You've been all around the world.
Yeah.
You know that your neck and those discs that support the vertebrae can be affected by travel. I like where Daniels is going here.
Daniels definitely using that focal point right back to another neck breaker. Breaks inside.
Bit of a side effect there. Cover. 2.
See how hard it was for Sabre to kick out of that?
And I like what Daniels did. There was a small thing there, Caprice. He didn't hook the leg because he knew he'd give up the arm. He'd give up the shoulder that Sabre had already been starting to work on.
Think about it, Riccoboni. Your legs are connected to your spine connected to your neck. Every time Sabre kicks out, it puts more impact on the neck. Oh! There you go.
And there is the work once again, back to that left arm. The arm he's targeted so often and early in this bout. Aubrey Edwards might have to make a decision here to stop this bout.
But it's the arm of Christopher Daniels in the neck of Zack Sabre. And Sabre, even though he was able to put that damage on Christopher Daniels, he was not able to add anything to it because he was recovering himself. Breaking Daniels down, isolating the arm, putting the foot in the neck to get more extension on there, popping that elbow hyperextension right back in the bad place. There you go.
And stomping down the hammerlock. And that's the cockiness, the brashness, that punk rock style.
Jesus!
Some people can do that, man, and Sabre's one of them, man, because when he's doing it, even though he has that look at him, he's walking into the right directions.
And that ankle lock spladle combination opens up the adductors and abductors of Daniels. And if Daniels loses his legs here to Sabre, it almost doesn't matter what happens to the arm, but that arm's in deep, deep trouble, Caprice.
And that's the scary thing about isolating the body part, because as me, you're working on my arm, I'm looking at my arm, and then you hit me with my legs, you're breaking me down. The table only has 4 legs. You have one of them hurt, then you hit the other 2. You don't know where to protect anymore.
The double wrist lock. Daniels finds his way out of it, but it's Sabre with a big shoulder tackle there. Daniels out of desperation.
Yeah.
Back suplex.
Definitely tell that Daniels gave everything he had, that back suplex, even going further away from the champion, trying to get to the corner to help himself up. The champion may be on his feet before the challenger. Person lays.
And Daniels, big clothesline. The challenger. Double open hands. Daniels reversed. It's Sabre. Oh, Daniels with a big clothesline. And the former Ring of Honor World Champion has an opening. Nice. Spicoli driver on the neck. Hooks the leg. 2. And don't discount the damage that's been done to Sabre's neck.
You can see the push away from that pin. Sabre did not push away with his legs, pushed away with his arms and rolled up, trying to conserve that neck as much as possible. But Daniels right back on it with that very sharp elbow into the back, into the neck area of Sabre. Sabre back around with the arm, right back to the investment that he started into. Drop toe hold, back to the arm. My God, he's a wizard in there, Riccoboni.
Yeah, stomping through the tricep crashing that elbow joint. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue. Normally I'd say, oh, win the match, but it's hard to argue. Sabre's in control against one of the very best Ring of Honors ever seen.
Yeah. He's in control and he's picking his spots, picking his punches, not rushing into anything.
Controlling the flow of the match. As Daniels trying to drive those forearms in.
He's eating them. Yeah. Sabre was eating those forearms.
Ooh. And Sabre going for the Fujiwara here.
By Daniels.
Cross arm breaker. Daniels locking the fingers. Preventing full extension. Stacks Sabre up two.
Whoa. That was deep. I thought that was 3, Riccaboni. I'm so glad I'm not Aubrey Ellis. Here we go. Koji clutch.
Koji clutch locked in. Sabre. He is trapped in that neck. That attack
the
on the
oxygen is
neck.
cut off on both sides of the neck, Riccaboni. Sabre's gonna fade if Sabre doesn't get out of that, or if he doesn't tap, he has to relieve the oxygen. Yes, there you go.
Going to the ankle lock applied. It's Daniels. Just too much pressure and grabbing the wrist. What a magician.
That's that investment paying off.
Oh, Kimura. Oh, trapped. And Daniels in a pin. 2. Whoa. Swing and a miss. Kick to the midsection. And Daniels, angel swings, blocked. Oh, Sabre holding on.
Not only was it blocked, it was not enough energy in
Roll
power.
up. 2. Oh, wait a minute, trap. Oblique stretch. Hammerlock oblique stretch. And Daniels trying to find his way to the ropes. Make his way to the ropes. Claw his way to the ropes. Oh,
Sabre tightening up on it. That's it.
The winner of this match and still NJPW World TV Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
And as we head toward All In London, this Englishman retains the NJPW World Television title. Take nothing away from Christopher Daniels, who had his opportunities here at Caprice, but Zack Sabre Jr. continues to prove why he's one of the best wrestlers on television.
I tell you what, you had 2 great chess masters in there, move for move, coming in there with strategy. Christopher Daniels working on the neck of Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre working on the arm. The arm ends up being the catalyst that brings Sabre the win. Still New Japan Television Champion Sabre.
And Christopher Daniels, a show of respect here, fans. Next week we will see Zack Sabre Jr. defend his title against Menelik, the King of Ropes. What about that will be? Of course, Rampage tomorrow night on TNT, Collision Saturday night, TNT, and Sunday the big one. Noon Eastern, 0 hour for All In. Caprice Coleman, I'm Ian Riccaboni. Thanks for joining this week. Happy wrestling, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night on Rampage.